Hello, 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 lovely ladies, and thank you so much for joining in today again. And we are here with Jermina today, and we're having a conversation in what we call Moolah Wisdom. So, thank you so much for being here. And today's topic is a fun topic. It's about having fun with your money. So, thank you, Jermina, for joining us again, and excited to hear your stories on how do you have fun with money, with your money.
First thing first, have fun after you've taken the serious aspect of money out. So, first invest. First invest for long-term goals. First invest for serious goals, home loans, kids' education, retirement. And after that, maybe you keep aside some money or even save for fun goals. So I think I'm somebody who loves jewelry. And over the years, every 3, 4 years, I have indulged myself in something that I wanted. The keyword here is 3, 4 years. So I have really worked on not spending much or keeping aside a saving, which is also for this goal. It could be a fun family vacation. It's great when you're jointly planning and jointly contributing to a nice holiday. I used to travel a lot on work. And one of the things I loved doing was getting back gifts and not always having to look at the price tag while purchasing something. If I wanted to buy for my husband, for my son, for my immediate family, or my close friends. So I think money can be fun too. But of course, first ensure that the fun part is after the serious part. I will again emphasize that.
Super awesome. You are so right on that, that it's important to even have money, and it's absolutely fine to indulge with your money, right? And you talked about jewelry. So you said that you love spending on jewelry. So what kind of jewelry do you spend on? Do you spend on only on real jewelry? Do you spend on diamonds? Do you spend on gold? Do you spend on artificial jewelry? Of course, for all the audience here, this is not a conversation whether jewelry is the right investment or a wrong investment, or whether gold or diamond. That's not what we are talking out here. But let's hear from Jermina to understand how she indulges with her money. So yes, Jermina, what are your thoughts on that?
Of course, I do keep buying silver and artificial jewelry regularly to kind of dress up, etc. But when I'm talking of making a serious purchase, it is precious jewelry, and it really depends on what I'm wanting or what I feel I need. And it's a mix of small pieces for daily wear, because as a working woman, you also want to kind of dress up, as well as maybe once in a while the larger pieces for family functions, etc., which of course you always think about, because how often will you wear it? It's probably longer in the locker than around you. But yes, it's equally essential and much needed. So I think it's all kinds of indulgences of that sort.
Super awesome. Super awesome. And is it just jewelry, or do you like to buy sunglasses and designer bags and all that kind of stuff too with your money?
Yes, I do have a big wish list, and I do spend. I think after jewelry, my next indulgence are wristwatches. So I do love buying wristwatches, and I actually also used to buy quite a lot for my husband, and
Nice.
even my son has picked up that trait from us. So even he likes getting his watches, and we kind of are very watch brand focused. We have a wish list of watches we want to go for, and
Super.
of course handbags. Who doesn't need handbags? But again, over there I'm lucky where I have friends who, like me, have saved and then spend, and they indulge me once in a while with
How
handbags.
lovely is
So
that?
half
And
my
that's so
handbags are
beautiful.
gifted.
How
Yeah.
beautiful. I'd love to talk on this part of also indulgences, that, having money of your own also helps you to feel free to gift your loved ones. It's such a feeling of fulfillment to be able to have money, to be able to not ask somebody and have your own money, to be able to spend for who you want to spend it on. So what are your thoughts? So you said yes, you love to give gifts to your husband, and what else?
Like I shared earlier, when I used to travel, including travel abroad, it was nice to walk into a store and think of picking up many little things for many family members and friends. And especially a lot of my friends have kids who I'm very fond of, and auntie who indulgences. So it's nice that you can indulge, you can give. I think another important aspect of having additional money is also charity. That's also a form of indulgence in a way. It makes you feel good that you're helping people, helping with the cause, really using your money in more ways than one. So that's also I wouldn't say it's exactly an indulgence, but it's definitely a feel good. Even an
No, I
indulgence
think
makes you feel
I would
good.
100% call it in the realm of indulgences, because when as a part of Moolah, I often say this, that wear your oxygen mask first, right? And altruism is all good. It's good to be altruistic. It's good to give away goodies, and obviously, it's empowering to do charities. It feels nice and warm inside to be able to help others who are in need, and of course, you must do that. But it's extremely important to protect yourself first, right? I mean, the fact is, like, and you said that at the very beginning, opening lines were that first, of course, save for your long term, save for all those things that are important for you, for your needs, for your requirements of your long term goals. After doing that, of course, having a little bit of, not why little bit, as much as you wish to spend on charity. And if that makes you feel happy and that's your idea of fun and feeling fulfilled, then absolutely. So do you do charity on a regular basis, or how do you do your charity?
I do have, I would say there are both formal and informal charity. Formal charity is where you donate to organizations on a regular basis. Informal is where you see the people who are needy. It could be your house help, it could be other people around you, or sometimes on your friends or on some groups you get a request for somebody needing help. So being able to do that. But yes, I do make a conscious effort to have a regular charity as well as these informal opportunities as and when they come up. So that's very important for me.
So superb. So tell me that, do you think that for women specifically, and since our talk is focused on women, do you think women who are not earning feel that asking for money from your spouse makes you feel that, oh, I'm dependent on them, so I shouldn't be asking for my fun or for my gift? I mean, specifically if it's like, example, my side of the family versus his side of the family. So would you want to say that, do you think women, and what are your experiences from people and friends around you to say that if somebody is dependent on their husband and are not earning themselves, do they feel a sense of agency to be able to say that this is my money and I can freely spend it to maybe buy my mother a nice luxury watch or a beautiful sari or whatever? Or do you think that most women would shy away to say that, oh, I'm not earning, I don't think I can spend that kind of money, and I can't spend it on my parents and maybe my brother, my sister? Any thoughts around those things?
So one is a lot of that happens on the individual and the dynamic of the couple. Today we are seeing that women do not feel the kind of sense of guilt perhaps my generation or my mother's generation felt. I think men also are changing in the way they see it. They don't necessarily think their women are doing frivolous expenses. Probably my father thought of that for some of my mother's expenses. So I think there is definitely a shift and it will continue to happen. And I would just say that if you are a lady who is not earning for whatever reasons, it's a family decision at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
And hence whatever income, whether it's a single income or a dual income, becomes a family income and you have as much right. But of course, like you said, put your oxygen mask first. So it's easy when you are not earning, of lose sight of future expenses, or you could be extremely cautious. It works both ways. But like
You
you have been saying and I have
have
been
said it
saying, save for the
100%.
long term, but do it and don't feel guilty about asking for an indulgence or wanting to indulge. It's absolutely okay. Today, the world is also looking at indulgences or spending on oneself very differently. So
My mother often says on that कि अगर हम खर्चा नहीं करेंगे तो ये लोग सब कमाएंगे कैसे बेचारे?
which is true, the economy needs it. The economy
Right?
needs it.
So, so she always has this justification whenever she's spending money कि अरे मैं खर्च कर रही हूँ ताकि ये सब लोग बैठे हुए हैं, इनको कमाने के लिए opportunity तो दो. But so
और वो
absolutely
सही है, बिल्कुल ही सही है.
right, because only when the economy prospers there is a multiplier effect, and you earn more and you spend more and you feel fulfilled more, and all that is true. But yes, I mean, I think while I would talk about indulgences and having fun with your money, I think keeping an eye to say, is it impulsive purchase? Is it something which is instant gratification feeling versus something which makes you feel fulfilled for a longer term with your money, to say that, oh my God, this is something which I'm actually getting value for my money. To say that, yes, if I bought something, I'm truly happy with what I've purchased, rather than just doing it and then forgetting about it. A lot of us, when we spend our money, sometimes spend it frivolously also. And we spend it so frivolously that once we come home, we've even forgotten that we've spent on that. That probably gets stuff, whatever we bought, kind of goes to some side place, and suddenly 10 days later, Arey, ye bhi to kharida tha. and kind of wake up to it. Or maybe even so many times I've seen that 2 years later or 1 year later, it's lying behind in my drawer, and I say, oh my God, it's expired ho gaya, and I don't even know when I bought it. So yes, while it's good to have fun and with your money and kind of indulge, but I think should be a sense of a larger vision even in your indulgences, to say that, is it something which is going to make me feel happy for a long time, or even if it's for a short time, is it really going to give me value in terms of making me feel fulfilled after spending that? What are your thoughts around that, Jermina?
I think a lot of that comes with, I would say, a bit of age and experience. And I think it's also about understanding what you want to do. So, for example, I have been, believe it or not, from 2011, really recording every month what is my income and what are my large expenses, whether it's investments, whether it's actual house expenses, house EMI, to know what is the surplus. And that becomes very important whether you want to indulge or whether you want to do any short term saving or keep aside for a. And I think it's about also building habits like putting the extra at the end of the month to another bank account, which you probably don't always carry the debit or credit card for. I think these kind of small habits help you be conscious. So I am going for this sari sale or this Zara sale, but set a limit to yourself. Either you'll buy 3 garments or you'll spend max 10,000, whatever it is. Set it
These
up.
are the things which are lacking in my cupboard, and
Yeah.
I am going to shop for these 3 things because, oh, I need a gray top or a black pant. So you have a list that you prepare, because then your goals are achieved. Your whatever you want to make your wardrobe look like, or rather than saying, "Acha, ye acha lag raha hai, ye khareed lete hain, ya ye acha lag raha hai, khareed le." Then when you come back and say, "Oh, this is not matching with anything else," so now because I bought a top, now I need to buy another trousers to match my top. So a lot of us do all that stuff too, right?
So that definitely keeps happening. So I think it's just the discipline. So it's not just the discipline of your monthly savings, but it's also discipline of your monthly spends. Knowing next month birthday I want to spend a bit more on what I want to wear on my birthday, or where I want to have a party or a dinner or whatever. It could be all those things. Really recording. It may seem like very bookish or painful, but once you get into that habit, you see the merits of it. You
And
really
I
see the
like to
merits of
also
it.
say, on this side, I also like to say, like, I was talking to another tribe member, and we were having a conversation, and she was making a budget with me, and it was suddenly she realized that, oh, this month I have my wedding anniversary, next month I need to go to the UK, the third month I need to do something else, the fourth month we have my in-laws are coming over. So every month there were certain pockets of expenditure. There's a marriage coming at the next month, so every month there were pockets of expenditure which were building up. Now, the fact is that you have limited income, and you obviously prioritize your savings and everything. Now you have limited income. You have so many things that you want to spend on. You need to even prioritize that, to say, because you don't have money to spend on all the things. You can't do this and this and this. Of course, if you can, of course, go ahead with it if you can. But if you can't, then I think this whole process of even understanding, and they say that there was a very beautiful quote which I read, that desires are like weeds which grow in all the places where a farmer hasn't planted the seeds. So it's like there's so many desires that you can always fill it up, right?
Absolutely.
And I think that's where we need to also rein our horses for women who are not managing their finances. And I'm sure their husbands would talk to them and say ki, "Arey, abhi to kharcha kiya tha, ya abhi to bahar gaye the, phir kyun jana hai," and all that. You feel constrained at that point in time to say ki, "Mere ko ye bhi nahi karne de rahe." But if you don't have a view of your finances, and if somebody else who has that view is able to tell you that, then probably you have to understand that your fun things cannot be done together. You'll have to space it out. You'll have to see that you have enough money for those indulgences and then take it. What are your thoughts around that?
Yeah. I think it is very important, and it is, of course, like you said, planning. What you were really talking of is planning. And, we know when are our big milestones, small milestones, even things like all of us know when there could be a sale, or, when you want to indulge or something will be coming up. So I think it is very important. It could be something as simple as saying, I want to change my refrigerator every 5 to 7 years.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
want to upgrade. You want to upgrade your TV. You want to upgrade your mobile. And today we know that the top end mobiles are not cheap. They really make a dent. So you may even actually want to keep aside money regularly for that. So I think really monitoring what you're spending on and getting conscious of it is a habit. It may seem very painful in the initial stages, but just being conscious of it will really help you control your spends and ensure that they are in the right direction.
And you can have fun with your money too, right? I mean, absolutely.
What's the point of earning if you are going to sit like an ascetic, right? No, that's not the idea, right?
Right. That's not the idea at all.
Yeah. And like your mom said, the wheels of the economy need to run.
Absolutely. Let's spend to make the wheels of the economy run. So, right, I think we've had a beautiful conversation today, Jermina. I think what we did today was take out that seriousness out of money. Because I think we all become very serious when we talk about money, and we'll say, oh, we must save for a rainy day, we must save because life is like such a burden on our head and all that kind of stuff. And I think the whole power is with us to be able to gratify ourselves with what we want, but in a planned manner, not do it absolutely in an erratic fashion and then suffer, have long-term consequences because you've overspent in the shorter term. But if you can manage both the things, optimally do it, then yes, why not? And like I was reading a saying which says having fun is actually making good use of your money. So don't shy away from having fun with your money, because that is what money is meant for. It's meant for you to have fun. Yes, it is meant for you to take care of your responsibilities, for taking care of your emergencies, for every other thing, but it's also there to have fun. So and continue to enjoy your money. And Jermina, may you buy many more jewelry items and watches and enjoy your money. And thank you so much for joining us today. And we'll see you all next time. Thank you. Bye.